welcome to the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance pregame show here on WILN. Coming up at the top of the hour, week number 5 of the 2013 high school football season as the Cougars of Hazleton area play host to the Patriots of Pittston area. And we are live at Harmon Guy Stadium, high atop the Ray Saul Memorial Press Box. I'm Marty Burns, joined as always by Joe DeMelfi. And Joe, we get to see Hazleton area for the second straight week, coming off a big win last week over Williamsport. A lot of people pointed to the offense. The running game was strong. Ryan Heller managed the game well at quarterback. But the one player that I mentioned, Coach Drumheller, that we've talked a lot about in this 2013 season, who I thought had the key play of the game was Jesus Castillo, forcing that fumble near the end of the first half.
Yeah, I think one of the things about Castillo, he not only has good size, Marty, he moves well, can get to the ball, covers a lot of ground, he runs the field well. He's really been a major force for them on defense.
And as I mentioned earlier on, I had a chance to chat with Hazleton area head coach Jim Drumheller, and my first question was about Jesus Castillo. All right, Coach, victory last week over Williamsport, and just to talk about last week, you had mentioned it was one of the last things was put it on the offensive line. They came up big. Zach Zukowski ended up getting 190 yards because of it. Ryan Heller played a great game at quarterback for you. The play I want to talk about was defensively right before the end of the first half when Jesus Castillo forced the fumble as Williamsport was going in for a score. Turnover, you get it back, run out the half. And this isn't the first time. I know Coach DeMelfi and I talk a lot about Jesus. Just been a great first half for him so far defensively.
He's getting better and better each week. He's getting more and more confident, and he's starting to play downhill, and he's becoming much more active, along with the rest of our linebackers. I feel our front eight are playing very well right now, and they've been for the last couple of weeks now, and they just need to continue it.
Now, Pittston area comes in tonight to play you guys here at Harmon Guy Stadium. Very similar as far as schedules, tough early start. Both you guys lost to Scranton. They've also played Abington Heights and Crestwood. They got their first win last week. What challenges does Pittston area present to you tonight?
Well, they're loaded at the skilled positions, and a lot of these guys have been in the program now for the last 2 years, so they have a lot of veterans back. And, you know, just the names that we've seen over the last 2 years are in there playing again tonight. So we expect a very good game from Pittston tonight.
And it's always, when you see Pittston area, you see a lot of those familiar names year after year. It just seems like the families just keep bringing the players out.
There's no doubt. I mean, for some reason, they just don't move from Pittston, and why should you? And they're here, and, you know, we're in for a tough game tonight.
All right, Coach, last question for you. What does your team have to do to make it 2 wins in a row?
We have to make the plays we made last week, but we have to bring that intensity, enthusiasm again tonight.
Well, Coach, as always, a pleasure, and thanks for joining us. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, Joe, when we talk about Pittston area, very similar to Hazleton area. Both of these teams have lost to Scranton in their first 3 games. Pittston area has also lost to a couple tough teams in Abington Heights and Crestwood before they went on the road and got a victory against Tunkhannock. And one of the things in talking to Coach Barrett, he thinks is a key for him tonight is to be able to run the football.
I think in any instance, if you want to do anything, you have to be able to establish a ground game, Marty. If you do not establish a ground game, you're going to have to go to the pass. Defense lays their ears back and they come after you. So the ground game is especially important. I think the other part, both these teams are 1-3. From a coaching standpoint, you talk about still have a shot at having a very good season. You talk about may have a chance at playoffs. We want to see that improvement in week 4.
And as we get ready for tonight's game, earlier on I had a chance to chat with Pittston area head coach Mike Barrett. Okay, Coach, heading into week number 5, your team coming off the first victory last week. Very similar to Hazleton area, tough 3 games to start with Abington Heights, Scranton, and Crestwood. How important was it to get win number 1 last week?
Very, very important. You know, I think both teams, Pittston area and Hazleton, you know, I don't know if there's a more brutal schedule to start out with either of the teams. So to get that monkey off your back and to get that first win for both programs is, you know, you could breathe again.
And you're finishing up a a 3-game road stretch here tonight against Hazleton area. What challenges do the Cougars present your team tonight?
They're very, very big and physical. You know, they had a great run attack last week against Williamsport. Defense played very, very well. Coach Drumheller and his staff do a tremendous job with them fundamentally, and you know, we're expecting a tough game.
Okay, Coach, final question for you. What does your team have to do tonight to make it 2 wins in a row?
I think we have to establish a run game, and you know, last week I thought we were in very good spots defensively. We just didn't wrap at the point of contact. I think we have to wrap and gang tackle and establish that run game.
Well, Coach, I thank you for your time, and good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you very much.
Okay, Joe, Pittston area finishing up a 3-game road stretch here tonight against Hazleton area. Cougars finishing up a home game the night before. They have 3 in a row on the road. Just talk about how both coaches heading into this halfway point game tonight.
Well, I think one of the things I talked about earlier before the interview with Coach Barrett was we're 1-3. And I think what it'll come down to tonight, Marty, is the little things. Missed block, missed tackle, that type of thing. If you can keep your mistakes to a minimum, I mean, obviously it's like that in every ball game and in every sport. But if you can keep the little things from going wrong, you know, to develop a consistency, move the ball on the ground, both teams. You can throw off the play action. I think then you can move on, head toward victory.
Okay, and as I look behind us, Joe, the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band is getting set up for their pregame performance. We're going to take a short break, be back with that pregame performance from the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band, and continue with the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance pregame show right here on WYLN.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the Greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
Buy it at Barber Ford. It's a cut above the rest. Buy it at Barber Ford. Honest people where the deals are the best. Now is the time. Barber Ford is the place. The best cause I hear there's no mistake. You can't buy better. You can't buy better than Barber Ford.
Barber Ford, Route 309 in Hazleton and on Route 11 in Exeter.
Why should you visit Penn State Hazleton?
Because if you come to our Penn State Day open house,
there's no application fee.
We have fun.
We have the Lion.
We have new scholarship money.
Students are scoring internships
all over the country. Penn State is ranked number 1
by corporate recruiters.
And this is your chance to see campus, talk to students, meet professors, and check out everything Penn State has to offer.
Penn State Hazleton.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
I've got 3 great deals for you. Here's a 2013 Mazda 3 iSport sedan, just $187 a month, sign and drive. Or this 2014 Mazda 6 Skyactiv, 38 miles per gallon, $245 a month, sign and drive. Or this great 2014 Mazda CX-5 Skyactiv, just $299 a month, sign and drive.
Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Burger Mazda, just off exit 145 off ID1, Route 93, Hazleton.
We welcome you back to the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance pregame show. Coming up at the top of the hour, the Patriots of Pittston area, the Cougars of Hazleton area. Currently on the field, the Hazleton area Marching Cougars. Let's head down field level for their pregame performance. That has been the Hazleton Area High School Marching Band with their pregame performance. As we're about 15 minutes away from the start of tonight's game between the Patriots and the Cougars, you are watching the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance on WYLN's pregame show. We'll be back right after this.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the Greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
What do you see? Perhaps you're noticing the rusted fender or the dented side panel. Maybe the first thing your eye goes to is the worn interior. But look closer and you'll see something else. Value. At Harry's You Pull It, we see value in your old car and so will others. It's the reason we offer top dollar for your car. Junker, clunker, piece of tin, your car may have many names, but at Harry's, there's only one that matters. Value. Visit one of our 3 locations today in Hazleton, Pennsburg, and Allentown.
We're looking for a dealer that will take the time to get to know our needs.
And hook me up with something that has some all-wheel drive and some power. Bam!
And what will you be using the car for primarily?
Cycling, snowboarding, kayaking, you know.
Gardening, antiquing, and commuting to work.
I've got just the car.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Forester 2.5i CVT for $199 a month.
The right car.
The right price.
The right dealer. Fairway Subaru. Yeah.
Now Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WYLN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick. Here are some of this week's specials.
We are live from Harmon Guy Stadium in Hazleton, where the host Cougars will play the Patriots of Pittson area. Both teams coming off victories last week to go to 1-3. I'm Marty Burns, joined by Joe DeMelfi. And Coach, in what is looking like a beautiful night for football here, we'll be hearing from Joe Garbacik in about less than 10 minutes up at our WYLN studios. We'll have the forecast for tonight's game. And a game where you got to expect Hazleton area is going to do pretty much try to do pretty much the same thing they did last week, come out and run the ball. We heard Coach Barrett say he also wants to establish the run. So this may come to a battle of the lines.
I think one of the things you look at is if you're going to run the ball, you have play calls made by the coaches. You have quarterbacks managing the game. And I felt that Ryan Heller did a great job last week in managing the game for the Cougars. If we can get that out of both quarterbacks, Heller and James Emmett for Pittston, it'd be a good ball game. But I think you're right, Marty. If you don't establish the run, then it starts to be, let's try to throw it here, throw it there. Can you stretch the field? Do you have somebody that you can throw it downfield to? So running game is going to be important. Offensive line, and we've seen Hazleton over the last couple of weeks. I think they're definitely improving up front.
And I know Coach Drumheller on the other side of the football, he mentioned very happy with his front 8. Feeling that, the defensive line doing their assignments, and it's allowing the linebackers to almost play downhill. And when you always hear football coaches talk about playing downhill, and that means you're just going at a high rate of speed and making some plays.
Well, I think one of the things, Marty, when you look at Castillo, George, Zukowski, Glenn, and Zach Zukowski, you have 4 linebackers that are very active. And we talked about Castillo in the pregame show. very active. They can get to the ball. I talked about being able to run the field, which means they can go sideline to sideline. They can also drop into pass coverage. So when you have a defensive front that can take up your blockers and your linebackers are able to move around, tough to slow them down.
And it's very interesting to see, you try to go by comparative scores, and both of their losses to Scranton were fairly close games with a late score pushing it into double digits. Pittson area, as I mentioned, losing also to Abington Heights and Crestwood. Crestwood, as of late, who we'll get a look at next week, has come with a strong running game. And Hazleton area losing to a tough road opponent who has a tough test tonight against Wyoming Valley West. I'm talking about Coughlin.
Right.
And then that long road trip to Delaware Valley. So both of these teams, yes, 1-3, but they've lost to quality opponents.
Yeah, I think the other thing about looking at comparative scores, when did they happen? Early in the season? Was it after the second game? Improvements made by both teams? So sometimes it's tough to go by comparative scores. I think one of the things you find in a game like this, we talk about the ground game. Both teams are going to stress it. You have a back like Zukowski, breaks it for a touchdown. Maybe one of the Pittston backs up the field. Those are the things you have to look for.
And one of the things that I was impressed with Hazleton area last week, Joe, was the confidence they had in Ryan Heller. And I thought where it showed that they had the confidence, if you remember, they were up 10-0 in the second quarter and had a 4th and 5 from about the 34 of Williamsport. And what they decided to do, they ran the quarterback sweep with Heller off to the right side, ended up getting first down yardage and even broke a tackle, got it for a 14-yard gain. And to me, that shows a lot of confidence in that young man in leaving a 4th down play in his hands.
Well, there's a couple of things. He got to the corner, quarterback sweep. He had several blockers in front of him. Number two, he's 6 foot, about 190, so he's not a small individual. Once he gets into the secondary, tough to bring down one-on-one. We talk about making that tackle, and the offenses today creating space so everything's one-on-one. It's tough to make that kind of tackle. I'm impressed with Heller. I thought he did a nice job, and I'll be honest with you. As long as he has him going in the right direction, I know that Ward is a very good quarterback. I think he has athletic ability. You can't take the reins away from Heller.
And pretty much the starting lineup has not changed for Hazleton area from Coach Drumheller. And, that's pretty much, unless you have injuries, stick with that winning formula.
Yeah, and the other thing is he has a lot of seniors on that offensive line. And as I said before, I can see improvement every week in that group as we've seen them several times. So maybe the combination, strong offensive line, getting better every week. You have Heller directing.
3 minutes.
Kopczynski has done a great job receiving. All those things put together.
See some cloud cover blocking the setting sun here in Hazleton. We are a few minutes away from going to Joe Garbaczyk to hear about tonight's weather, in which looks like it'll be a picture-perfect night for football here at Harmon Guy Stadium. But the Cougars, as I mentioned in our opening segment, will finish a 2-game home stretch here before heading out for 3 in a row on the road at Crestwood and at Dallas, 2 straight Saturday games before the big tough one at Spartan Stadium on the 18th of October facing the Wyoming Valley West Spartans. But with that on the horizon, and I know you never look ahead, but how important is it for Hazleton area tonight to get that second win before you head out on that 3-game road stretch?
Yeah, let's go back to the pregame. I talked about 1-3, 1-3. Take the next step. Develop consistency. So this is a very important game for both of these teams. They want to get on the right track. The winner is going to be 2-3 at the end of the night, and it's much easier to get to the next step, Marty. 7-3, 8-2 even, if you're 2-3 rather than 1-4.
And As I mentioned, Pittson area finishing up a 3-game road stretch. They played the previous 2 weeks against Crestwood and Tunkhannock. They'll head home for a couple Friday night home games against Dallas and Coughlin before they have a tough one on the 18th, heading to Crispin Field to take on the Berwick Bulldogs. So both of these teams have got stretches where, they can make a little run here before they get to some of the tough parts of their schedules.
And you know what happens when you make a run, Marty? You develop confidence. Your players start believing even more in what you're doing, and that always helps as you go through the season.
And we are just a few minutes away from kickoff here at Harmon Geist Stadium. Coming up at the top of the hour, it'll be the 1-3 Patriots of Pittston area, the 1-3 Cougars of Hazleton area. They will be doing battle here in week number 5. Can you believe it, fans? We are at the halfway point of this 2013 high school football season. I'm not even going to mention what's going to be coming after the football season comes to an end, because really, quite frankly, I don't even want to think about it. But we are going to hear about tonight's weather before the start of tonight's game between Pittston area and Hazleton area. We thank you for joining us for the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance pregame show. Patriots, Cougars coming up next, but first, up to our Hazleton studios and meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
Thank you, Marty and Joe. Another great evening in store for all of our viewing area, for all of the high school football games. We're going to have a great one for you. Pittston area at Hazleton area. Kickoff set in just a few moments at the top of the hour, 7 o'clock, and it is just picture-perfect weather we've been having across our region the last couple of days. Looking nice for those high school football games tonight. A few clouds around. Winds really not too much of a factor, and temperature-wise, you really can't get better temperatures, which I'm going to show you as we head into those games. And on our Live 35 Skycast, Doppler continues to be dry across all of our viewing areas, so you will not have to worry about any type of precipitation for any of those games this evening. Here's a look at our live Lehigh Tire conditions outside our station, and these are pretty much the same conditions as you'll find at Harmon Geist Stadium in the 60s. As I speak, so it is pretty nice out there, but notice those winds. Not much of a factor, very, very light. And again, that's going to be the case throughout the duration of the game. And look at these temperatures. Nice, perfect football weather. 60s and 70s. Speaking of football weather, we got a good one for you tonight. In just a few moments, Pittston area at Hazleton area. Let's take a look at what we can expect for those field conditions. We're going to be dealing with a few clouds around, but other than that, I think we'll be in the 60s at the start of the game. Halftime, still in the 60s, generally lower 60s. Winds, not much of a factor, fairly light. And for the drive home, about 60 degrees. A few clouds here and there. Winds continuing to be relatively light. So no rain, light winds, nice temperatures for this time of year. Couldn't ask much more for a better night for high school football. Hope you enjoy the game. Join us tonight at 10 for Late Edition.
This is a home. This is your neighbor's home. This is another home furnished by Grand Central. All these rooms in all these homes makes everybody so happy. It's so easy to do. It's your room made your way. It's local. It's Grand Central. This week at Grand Central, the price on the floor is the price to your door and not 1 cent more. No tax, no delivery, no kidding. It's now. Floor to door prices. Everybody shops Grand Central, making your house a home.
As a diabetic, where do I turn for the special healthcare products and advice I need?
Come into your nearby Good Neighbor Pharmacy. We specialize in the unique concerns and needs you have as a diabetic patient. Your Good Neighbor pharmacist has a fully trained staff, stocks a broad selection of the products you need, and takes a personal interest in your health and well-being.
Tennison's Incorporated Machine Shop in Hazleton and Whitehaven. They specialize in automotive, industrial, and small engine parts. If you want reliability and quality, go to Tennison's. Call them at 570-455-7761 or in Whitehaven, 570-443-9513.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this WILN Sports Special presentation, week number 5 of the high school football season. Tonight, the Cougars of Hazleton area play host to the Patriots of Pittson area. You are looking live at Harmon Geist Stadium in Hazleton, home of the Hazleton area Cougars. We thank you for joining us tonight for WILN's continuing coverage of high school football. I'm Marty Burns, joined once again by the coach, Joe DeMelfi. Jim Burns on the stats. And once again, Joe Flanagan not with us. He has survived the wedding down in the Outer Banks of North Carolina and has now made his annual trip to South Bend, Indiana, where it is believed he is looking to take the Sooner Schooner hostage.
He's going to take it head on. We're going to line up in a 4-point stance.
We'll discuss more of the Sooner Schooner, but first, down to referee Earl Harris in tonight's coin toss. Hazleton area has won the toss, as indicated by referee Earl Harris, and they want the football to start. And Joe, go ahead if you have something else to add about the Sooner Schooner.
Well, no, I don't. I think that once he lines up in a 4-point stance and those ponies run him over, he won't have a chance. Thinking about Hazleton area's special teams, they've made some big plays, kickoff return as well as kick and punt coverage, so something to look for early. And because of those big returns that they had with Zukowski and Oaks, we saw consistently Williamsport kicking short, setting up great field position for Hazleton area. See the officials out at midfield, gathering with referee Earl Harris. He has joining him tonight the umpire Mike Monahan, the head linesman Ed Lukovich, Carmen Saporito is the line judge, the side judge Bobby Jones, and Bill Monahan is tonight's field judge. The officiating crew for tonight in this matchup between the Patriots and the Cougars. We are just about ready for football here from Harmon Geist Stadium in what is a picture-perfect night for football. I don't think you could ask for much more weather-wise as far as tonight's conditions. Yeah, beautiful night, Marty. Probably low 60s right now. It'll drop into the 50s during the ball game.
Both special teams getting final instructions from their coaches. Hazleton area will be in the red tonight. They'll be going from left to right on your screen to begin tonight's game. The aforementioned Jeff Oaks wearing number 6, Zach Zukowski number 33. Back deep for the Cougars. We'll see how Pittston area elects to deal with those young men. And getting ready to kick it away for the Patriots, wearing number 16, Jordan Consagra, the senior. Consagra in the fluorescent orange cleats will be kicking it away. And the left-footed kicker kicks it deep and over the head of Oaks into the end zone. Tonight's game is underway, and it'll start with a touchback. And the Cougars will start from their own 20 to start week number 5.
Strong leg by Consagra. Didn't really get it up in the air, Marty. Line drive type kick, but into the end zone. So the Cougars will have 80 yards to start.
As we mentioned, Ryan Heller, his 3rd straight start at quarterback. The junior will lead the Cougars to the line. 1st and 10. Play action. Heller looking for Oaks, and incomplete, but a flag is thrown. We'll have interference.
Yeah, what happened was Joshua John, the defender, lost the receiver, and then he had to turn back, Marty, and he interfered.
Get a look at that Cougar offense. Gunser, Zeb Kopczynski, Benet, Gasser, Despirito up front. Glenn Zukoski, the tight end. We've seen Oaks, and he'll be joined by Gavin Kopczynski, the receivers. Nick George, Zach Zukoski in the backfield behind quarterback Ryan Heller. And the 15-yard penalty will make it a 1st and 15 at the Cougar 35. Our first Harry's You Pull It first down by way of penalty. And it's going to be a toss to Zukoski. Zukoski breaks one tackle, and he's going to get about 2 yards, setting up a 2nd down and 8. Making the play for Pittston area was Devin Biggers. We'll get a look at the Patriot defense. They'll line up this way. Haas, Danaher, Simon and Hughes, Maxwell, Weinstock, Hoffman, Flannelly, the linebackers, Gattuso, John, and Schwab in the secondary. On 2nd down and 8, George with the carry for a gain of about 2, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Cougars from their own 39.
Yeah, Hurley Simon did a great job play before coming from the backside, and Zukowski wanted to turn it back in, but Simon did not allow that to happen. We're looking at a 3rd and 7. Let's see how many conversions tonight, Marty. 3rd down.
Play action, Heller keeps, and he is going to be brought down for a loss by Shane Flannelly.
I'll tell you what, Flannelly was up the field.
Number 13, Joshua John. Number 45, Michael Schwab, back deep for the Patriots, awaiting the Tristan Williams punt. That is, as it is 4th and long for the Cougars. Low snap. Williams did a nice job of not having his knee hit the ground. Fair catch called for by Schwab and be taken at the Patriot 32-yard line. So the Patriots will start there. 10:07 left in the opening quarter, and it's no score. Get a look at that Patriot offense. Scaramastro, Bellis, Goodlavich, Hughes, O'Boyle, the men up front. Harth, the tight end. Weinstock and Schwab, the receivers. Maxwell and Gattuso in the backfield behind quarterback James Emmett, the 6'2", 200-pound senior. Will lead the Patriots to the line, 1st and 10 from their 32. Handoff is to Gattuso, and the Cougars do a nice job of bottling him up, holding him to a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried to go right side, nothing there. Hazleton area doing a great job. I want to go back to the punt a minute. Williams did a great job of fielding that without getting a knee on the ground, which would have automatically declared the play dead, and the ball, Pittston take over the ball.
2nd down and 9 from the 34. Again, Gattuso being stretched out, breaks a couple of tackles before a host of red jerseys bottle him up for no gain. We'll get a look at that Cougar defense. 4-man front of Beltrami, Benet, Gasser, and Oliver. Talked about that strong linebacking core of Castillo, George, Glenn, and Zach Zukoski. Helen and Basic, the corners. Jeff Oakes, the safety.
Marty tried to go off tackle, bounced it outside, but when you bounce it outside, if you can't get downhill, which we talked about in pregame real quick, you're going nowhere because you have to run to the sideline. Nice stop by the Cougar defense.
3rd down and 9. Again, Gattuso will get the carry. Trying to get to the outside, and the Cougars force him out of bounds after a short gain, forcing 4th and long.
3 plays in a row, right side. That looked like Gattuso was going to the outside from the get-go. Nothing there. Might have picked up one. Good pursuit by the Hazleton area defense.
Schwab will punt it away to Zukoski, and Oakes back deep for the Cougars. Schwab, the left-footed kicker, gets it off. Oakes calls for the fair catch. Bobbled it, but covers it up at the Cougar 37-yard line.
Oakes, pretty sure hands. He's done a nice job as a receiver. That time just went down with the ball, softened the impact, and was able to fall on it. Hazleton area takes over at about the 37, Marty. Neither team first series moving the ball well.
So far, both defenses setting the tone. As the only first down gained by penalty. Play action, Heller looking for the screen, dumps it off to Zukoski. Pittson area read it well and brings him down for a loss of 2. Flannelly with the tackle.
Flannelly did a great job. Looked like it was open field up to the quarterback. But Flannelly flattened out. Here you're going to see Flannelly number 10. This is the latter part of that play when Flannelly makes the tackle.
That replay brought to you by Service Electric in Wilkes-Barre. And the Cougars run a draw. And once again, this Patriot defense not fooled. Zukoski brought down for another loss.
I'll tell you what, Marty, when you have that much penetration, it's tough to run any kind of play. As the Patriot defense up the field very quickly. When you're trying to hand the ball off 4 yards deep in the backfield and there's 2 defenders right there, you're going to have a problem with the play.
Heller for the first time out of the gun. He's being pressured. Dumps it off to Nick George. George eluded one tackle but gets brought down across the 40 to the 41. Nice gain on third down, but the Cougars will still be short of the first. Fourth down coming up.
Gattuso does a great job here as he quick off the corner. Right here, Gattuso comes up and makes the tackle along with Weinstock. We're looking at second punt of the ball game for the Cougars.
Schwab and John again back deep for the Patriots. Flag is down. And looked like either the gunner or the defender moved. We'll hear from Earl Harris for the first time tonight.
The defender was trying to get a little tighter to the wide man, or the gunner as you called it. So we're looking at 4th and about 1, and
looks like the offense is returning for Hazleton area. The ball will be marked at their own 46 as they'll have to get to the 47. And here comes Ryan Heller with the play. Play clock winding down quickly, down to 3. And Coach Drumheller wants a timeout. 6:32 left in a scoreless first quarter.
I've got 3 great deals for you. Here's a 2013 Mazda 3i Sports Sedan, just $187 a month, sign and drive. Or this 2014 Mazda 6 Sky Active, 38 miles per gallon, $245 a month, sign and drive. Or this great 2014 Mazda CX-5 Sky Active, just $299 a month, sign and drive.
Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Burger Mazda, just off exit 145 off ID1, Route 93, Hazleton.
What you sleep on can change your life. It affects how you feel, your relationships, how you perform. Let the folks at Grand Central custom fit the right sleeping surface just for you. Get free interest for 36 months, free delivery, free removal, free bed frame, plus a free furniture gift card on Sealy Posturepedic hybrids and Optimum bedding. Be custom fit. Get lots of freebies. Everybody shops Grand Central. Shouldn't you?
After the Hazleton area timeout, 4th and 1 from the 46, the Cougars will go for it. Hand off to Zukoski. He's got the first down and more into Patriot territory, brought down at the 47. Good for a Harry's. You pull it. First down.
Talked about little mistakes in the beginning of the ball game. Offsides made it fourth, and here you see it right side. Nice job by that right side of the offensive line. A little bit of push. That time you didn't see any defensive people up the field, Marty. First down, Cougars.
During that timeout, Joe and I got to enjoy some of the official beverage of the WYLN sports team, Hazel Park Water Store Spring Water. This is Oaks. Oaks leaning forward with a nice gain of about 9 on first down.
Tell you what, that was all Oaks. He had people up the field, but he was able to cut it back. Right here, he's running deep. He ends up 6 or 7 yards deep. Does a great job of cutting back there and picking up about 9 yards. He ran about 18 yards to pick up the 9.
George, the lone back behind Heller. And he'll get the carry. He's got the first down. George still on his feet inside the 30. Good for another Harry's. You pull it. First down.
Again, good push. If you're going to play defense, you need to wrap. Here you see George. Keeps moving. Moving the pile.
Ball marked at the Patriot 26. First and 10 for Hazleton area. Heller out of the gun on first and 10. Oaks in motion to the bottom of your screen. Once again, he'll get the handoff. And he is going to be hit and brought down after a short gain of maybe a yard, making the initial contact Michael Harth.
I'll tell you, Hart did a great job playing off the block and then making the tackle.
They'll give Oaks 2 on the play. Play clock approaches 4:40 left in the opening quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. First trip by either team in the opponent's territory. The Cougars with a 2nd and 8 from the Patriot 24. Zukoski in motion. They'll fake the handoff to him, dump it off to George, and incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Harth again up the field right here. This is, you have a quarterback who's dropping back trying to find the ball carrier or the screen man. Harth got his arms up. Tough to drop that ball in there. 3rd down.
Clock stopped, 4:27 left in a scoreless first quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Basic and Oaks in motion, 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Heller looks that way, throws, complete to Kopczynski, down to the Patriot 15, should be good for a Harry's. You pull it. Cougar, first down.
We've seen that route from Kopczynski a couple of times since we've had them this year. Turns it in. Heller got the ball a little bit to the left, but he got it there and it was catchable. Kopczynski did a nice job bringing that in for the first down.
For the first time tonight, the Cougars have entered the Grand Central red zone. First and 10 from the Patriot 15. Zach Zukoski the carry. Zukoski inside the 10, spins inside the 5. Good for another. Harry's. You pull it. First down, and congratulations. Zach Zukoski is now over 1,000 yards in his career.
I'll tell you what, Hazleton area much better so far running tackle to tackle or end to end rather than trying to get it outside. They get flat too much, try to get to the sideline. That time, good push by the line. Good push by Zukoski. First and goal.
Ball marked at the 3, approaching 3.5 remaining in a scoreless first quarter. Toss to Zukoski. Zukoski, he is in. Touchdown, Cougars.
Toss to the right side, Marty. Zukowski had a little bit of room to gather speed and get into the end zone, and that's what he did.
Get a look at the replay by Service Electric Wilkes-Barre.
Got some very good blocking up front.
Tristan Williams on for the point after Zukowski's third rushing touchdown of the season. Oaks gets the hold down. The kick is up, and it is good. 3:22 left in the opening quarter. Hazleton area strikes first. They lead it 7-0.
We're looking for a dealer that will take the time to get to know our needs.
And hook me up with something that has some all-wheel drive and some power. Bam!
And what will you be using the car for primarily?
Cycling, snowboarding, kayaking, you know.
Gardening, antiquing, and commuting to work.
I've got just the car.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Forester 2.5i CVT for $199 a month.
The right car.
The right price.
The right dealer. Fairway Subaru. Yeah.
Schumacher Engineering Incorporated, providing diversified consulting engineering services throughout the Northeast for over 30 years. Call 455-9407 for Schumacher Engineering Incorporated.
I thought he was in India.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium on the second offensive possession of the night. The Cougars go 63 yards in 11 plays. Take 5:20 off the clock in that drive. Zach Zukowski went over 1,000 yards for his career, and he capped it off with a 3-yard touchdown run. And has been, for most part this season, Tristan Williams' point after was good. And the Cougars in front 7-0. And Williams will be kicking it away.
I think one of the things with Pittson area, they came out with their first offensive series, ran 3 plays to the right side. Nothing, a little bit of variety. They don't have to panic at all. 3:22 left, first quarter. They're down 7.
One of the deep men, Joshua John, has a kickoff return for a touchdown so far this year, but it'll be Gattuso from the 12. He's across the 20 and brought down at the 21-yard line. And making that special teams tackle, Carmen Beltrami.
Beltrami has done that several times this season. Nice job getting down the field and making that tackle.
So we'll see what the Patriots elect to do on their second possession, trailing 7-0. A little bit of confusion as they get ready for this 1st and 10 from their own 21, as Emmett will go out of the shotgun. Emmett looking right, throws, complete to Schwab. Schwab loses the football.
Let's see if they're going to call it a catch and a fumble or no catch at all, or Pittston retains possession.
They may have even said that he was down, but the Patriots quick to the line after the gain of 5. Emmett again out of the gun, this time 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen to Emmett's left. He looks that way, pass tipped and almost intercepted by Zach Zukowski.
Going to throw a short slant. Got the ball a little low. One of the defensive linemen tipped it. Zukowski almost picked it off. 3rd down and about 7. Pittson has gone from the first set running everything right side here. They've gone a little bit of spread. Now Emmett goes under center.
Play action, looking left. Dumps it off for Hoffman, incomplete. Bring up 4th down, and looks like the Patriots will once again punt it away. 2 straight 3-and-outs for this Cougar defense.
Yeah, and you can't do that to your defense, Marty. Tough. Get them on the field. You have guys playing both ways. One of the things, Marty, a little bit of a waggle look there. Emmett got the ball behind the receiver, which was a running back. Hoffman, I'm sorry, I think it was Gattuso coming out of the backfield, couldn't make the catch.
Schwab gets it away. It'll take one bounce, and Zukoski will take it at the 36. Breaks one tackle. Zukoski into Patriot territory with a nice return out to the Patriot 46-yard line, a return of 18.
Yeah, there you see it right there. Zukoski runs out of one tackle, two tackles. Finally takes two players to bring him down. Good field position for the Cougars as they are up by 7.
As Joe mentioned, Cougars up 7 on the Berger Family Dealership's first quarter scoreboard. 2:40 left, and the Cougars start in Patriot territory. And that play was disjointed, if you could say that from the start.
A lot of movement.
Joe, I heard a call, I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago, by one of the officials on where it seemed like everybody had the snap count except the center, but the official said false start on the offense for everybody except the center.
Yeah, that happened to me. I think back, I told him I was the center. I could snap it when I wanted.
You control everything. On 1st and 15, Heller to pass, looking for Kopczynski. Complete down to the Patriot 20. Good for a Harry's you pull it. First down.
One-on-one. I'll tell you what. I'll give Heller credit for it. Didn't look real pretty up there, but I'm going to tell you something. Kopczynski made a great adjustment on his route. Turned his entire body around. Takes a little bit of athleticism and was able to make the catch. One of the things in the secondary, you can't lose sight of the ball. And again, the defender looked like he lost sight of the ball. And Kopczynski made a great play on it.
Second straight drive, the Cougars in the Grand Central red zone. Zukoski cuts it back into the middle, bowling his way near the 15, brought down after a gain of 4.
Here you're going to see a toss right side. Right there, nice hit by Weinstock. Then Flannelly gets involved, picked up a couple.
Second and 6 from the 16. Heller will give to George. George with a big run up the middle. George inside the 10, inside the 5 for another Harry's you pull it. Cougar, first down.
Dive, a gap between the guard and the center, straight up. There you see it. Once you start running the ball wide, Marty, you get a little bit of spread in that defense, then you could pop something like that. And that's what the Cougars have done. Looking at 1st and goal from the 4.
George has popped a couple so far tonight. 3 carries, 25 yards. 1st and goal from the 4. Movement up front, toss to Zukoski. He goes untouched. Cougar touchdown.
Same principle as the last touchdown. Toss to the right side. He got movement. Started downhill very quickly. Nobody around. Touchdown Cougars up by 13. Here you see it, Marty. A little bit of a fake inside. Almost like a dive option look. Although Heller, there was no way Heller was going to carry the ball. He was too deep. He made the pitch to Zukoski.
Once again, Tristan Williams on for the point after. The kick is up, and it is no good. 1:06 left in the opening quarter. The Cougars now lead it 13-0.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754, or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
Tennyson's Incorporated Machine Shop in Hazleton and Whitehaven. They specialize in automotive, industrial, and small engine parts. If you want reliability and quality, go to Tennyson's. Call them at 570-455-7761 or in Whitehaven, 570-443-9513.
Zach Zukowski entering tonight's game had 2 rushing touchdowns. He's added 2 in this opening quarter. Cougars lead at 13-0 on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Cougars go 4 plays, 46 yards in a minute 34. The big chunk of that coming on a 31-yard pass play from Heller to Gavin Kopczynski down the left sideline.
And again, I can't make the point strong enough that Kopczynski did. That was a great athletic play.
Williams once again to kick it off. Maxwell, Gattuso, John back deep. Williams with the kickoff taken by Gattuso from the 7. He's across the 15. Cuts it back at the 20. And Gattuso will be brought down. They'll mark him at the 30. Return of 23 on the play. That's where the Patriots will start. 1st and 10, looking to get something going offensively. 2 possessions, 2 3-and-outs.
And, you know, they went from a basically run-type offense the first series to a spread-type offense the second series. I think you need to find some consistency and go from there, Marty.
Emmett will hand it off to Maxwell. Hassan Maxwell gets across the 30. He'll be brought down at about the 34-yard line, a gain of about 4.
Maxwell left side and broke it back to the middle as we have players on the field that are...
A couple of Cougar players down.
There you see the cut back by Maxwell. Pick up a couple.
And I saw a long-time Hazleton area athletic trainer Mike Magic Majeko before the game, and said they were very busy last week, and he does not want to be busy again tonight. But on one play, 2 Cougar players are down and being attended to. And once again, another week of Hazleton area football, Joe, and you know, pretty much if you're Coach Drumheller through a quarter, you got to like what you've seen so far from your team. And you know, the offense has done a nice job on the ground and got a couple of nice pass plays from Heller as one of the players, Jesus Castillo, leaving under his own power. And his own teammate Charles Benet as well seems to be leaving under their own power, so hopefully both pregame are okay. But for this Hazleton area defense, can't ask for much more in those first 2 possessions and a couple 3-and-outs.
You know, Marty, they get, I said in pregame, they get enough pressure up the field that allows their linebackers to, although both of them now are, Benet's a defensive tackle, but Castillo is out from the linebacker group. They have to sit out one play at least.
Gattuso, out of one of Joe's favorite formations, the Wildcat, heads out across the 40 to the 45. Good for a Harry Jou pull it first down.
You know, if Gattuso can quickly get to the corner, might be the best offense for them. He got to the corner very quickly and was able to, again, we talk about running downhill. He was all the way downhill, picks up good yardage for the first down.
At one point, it looked like he had the snap. Next thing you knew, he was past the first down marker on a gain of 11. And he once again lines up in the same formation, gets it again. This time he'll go up the middle with another nice burst of speed into Cougar territory, where he's brought down at the 47 after a gain of 8.
You're going to see it right here. He goes off the right side, is able to run out of a tackle, picks up good yardage.
Patriots do not have to run another play, and it looks like they're content to head to the sidelines, and they'll head toward the scoreboard to start quarter number 2 After quarter number one, they got something going late in that opening quarter, but for the most part, Hazleton area in control. As the clock hits 0, we're through a quarter. The score, Hazleton area 13, Pittston area nothing. You're watching high school football on WILN.
As a diabetic, where do I turn for the special healthcare products and advice I need?
Come into your nearby Good Neighbor Pharmacy. We specialize in the unique concerns and needs you have as a diabetic patient. Your Good Neighbor pharmacist has a fully trained staff, stocks a broad selection of the products you need, and takes a personal interest in your health and well-being.
Swing to Big Bad Voodoo Daddy October 18th at the Alice E. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center at the Historic Castle in Hazleton. 2013 marks the 20th anniversary of Big Bad Voodoo Daddy's remarkable arrival onto the music scene. And today, the high-energy 9-piece ensemble continues to remind the world that it's still cool to swing big band style. Join the party. Shake and move to the groove October 18th.
Getting ready for the start of the second quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. The Cougars in front 13-0, but for the first time tonight, the Patriots in Cougar territory with a 2nd down and 2 to start the second quarter. Patriots in the white going from left to right on your screen. And again, Gattuso out of the Wildcat will take the snap and head up the middle. Got hit, but leans across the 45 to the 44. Good for another Harry Joupullett first down.
A.J. Gasser hard from the outside, pinched inside, but Gattuso had enough momentum to carry him beyond the first down marker. Kyle Gattuso looks like he's going to be the offense. If they can just do some different things off of that, Marty, I think at some point you have a tired running back. Number 2 defense start keying on it. They come out with a double slot here.
Gattuso looked like he wanted to throw. Now he's going to try to get to the outside. Gets to the corner, and he appears to have another Patriot first down. Maybe be marked just shy as he stepped out of bounds at the 35.
I'll tell you the truth, Marty. I don't think he ever thought he was going to throw. I think he brought the double slot out, spread the field. It almost looks like a quarterback kick out. The running back kicked the end out, and he got up the field. Stepped out just before the first down marker, so we're looking at a 2nd and 1. If I'm playing Gattuso, and at this point I'm going to a spy-type defense where somebody's going to be responsible for him no matter what formation they're in.
And this time he gets the snap and hands off to Maxwell, who gets inside the 30 to the 27. Good for a Harry Joupullett first down. Gonna look at some stats from that opening quarter.
Marty, we have rushing yardage. Cougars 63, 46 yards passing. Kopczynski 109 total. And then we have 25 yards rushing, 5 yards passing, 30 yards total for the Patriots. 18 plays to 9 plays in favor of the Cougars.
And that resulted in the time of possession advantage you saw toward Hazleton area. But the Patriots continuing their last drive into this second quarter, and Gattuso gets another Harry Joupullett Patriot first down inside the 20 to the 16.
Offensive line for Pittston area doing a decent job. They have the advantage in that, Marty, we're looking at a single wing offense basically. They can call it spread, they can call it whatever they like, but you have trips right here.
Gattuso in this drive has carried 5 times, 43 yards. Here he throws to Weinstock, and Weinstock will be brought down in the open field. A nice tackle there by Oakes. So he gets inside the 10 to the 9. Gain of 7 as the Patriots continue inside the Grand Central red zone.
Gattuso shows he can make a little bit of a throw there off the run. He's taking the ball about 7 yards deep in the backfield, so he has no rush to deal with right now. Went to his right and found Weinstock.
And I believe one of the linemen for the Patriots got an early start, and that'll push the Patriots back 5 yards.
Repeat second. Again, we talk about the little mistakes. Here you see Gattuso makes that throw, getting it to Weinstock for a 7-yard gain, but they just brought that back with the penalty. Remember what led to Hazleton area's first penalty? The offside, and then the Cougars went for it and made it. Can't make those mistakes.
High snap, and Gattuso looks down and immediately is brought down for a loss by Beltrami.
I'll tell you what, Beltrami was in the backfield almost before the snap. Right here, nobody making a block. Nobody making a block. Don't know what the play was called. Obviously, I think you try to go away from them, but Beltrami with a strong rush.
And not a good sign for the Patriots that if Beltrami didn't get him, Nick George was right there as well.
There. High snap, hurt the play.
So after the penalty and the loss on the bad snap, 3rd and 12 for the Patriots from the Cougar 18. Under 9 minutes left in the opening half. Cougars in front 13-0. Gattuso will go under center. He's rolling left, looking, throws to the end zone, and it is incomplete. He was looking for Weinstock. Oakes with the coverage.
Good coverage by Oakes. I think Weinstock was looking for a flag. Let's take another look at it. Gattuso sprinting left, has time, makes the throw. Wasn't a bad throw, but incomplete. It was outside.
Pittson area wants the timeout on a 4th down coming up. We'll keep it here.
One of the things about that throw, Marty, it's the receiver, Weinstock, with the catch, or else it's incomplete because it was thrown outside of Weinstock. Oakes couldn't get to it.
Before we get a look at 4th and 12, we want to remind you high school football on WILN. It's brought to you by Northeast Gold and Silver Exchange inside the Churchill Mall. They're paying the highest prices for gold and silver, unwanted, broken, or new. Give them a call. And remember, dial 570-497-4177, Northeast Gold and Silver. Coming up at the half, we'll get a look at the Burger Family Dealership halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns. We're also going to give away a weekender. What's that? It's a pizza, antipasto, and a dozen wings from Chef Buzz's Hole in the Wall, formerly the Red Buzzard. And we're also going to give away a gift certificate to the Hollywood Diner on the Airport Beltway. So stay tuned for that coming up at the half. But first, 8:45 left in the half, 4th and 12 for the Patriots from the Cougar 18. Gattuso out of the gun. Fakes to Weinstock, throws for Maxwell, tipped and incomplete. The Cougars hold on downs. Noah Held on the coverage.
Good coverage. Not a bad throw again by Gattuso, but we'll turn it over. What hurt, as you see the fake, then the throw a little bit high. What hurt the Patriots? Number 1, the penalty. Number 2, bad snap. And a great rush by Beltrami.
Great way to replenish the liquids is by the official beverage of the WILN Sports Crew, Hazel Park Water Store Spring Water. As the Cougars take over 1st and 10 from their 18. Zukowski gets the carry right up the middle, and Zukowski is going to gain a gain of close to 8 on 1st down.
Nice if you can run a dive play or isolation off the right side and pick up 8 or 9 yards on 1st down, Marty. Makes things a lot easier, which we've talked about several times. And there you see the Burger Family Dealership scoreboard. 13 Cougars, Patriots nothing.
Coach, I think I could probably take some time off. You'd be able to handle this all by yourself.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Glenn Zukowski in motion as Zach will get the carry. And Zach will be out near the 30. Good for another Harry's. You pull it. First down.
Power play right side. And again, if you have good blocking at the point of attack, and there was a gap there. You know, we talk about Gunser, Kopczynski, Benet Gasser, DeSpirito, Glenn Zukowski. Excellent job up front.
Official timeout. I believe Glenn Zukowski has to adjust his helmet. And actually, he may have to head to the sideline. Oh. He got it repaired on his own. So he'll get back in the huddle, and we'll resume play with 7:50 left. Both teams, 2 timeouts remaining. Ball marked at the 31. And Zukowski again gets a gain of about 3.
I'll tell you what, A.J. Gasser, great block. Up under, was able to stand the defensive end or the end man on the defensive line of scrimmage up. Picked up a couple of yards inside of that block.
Play action. Heller dumps it off to George, but the Patriots read it well, and they've read the screenplays well for Hazleton area that in the first couple weeks has been very successful.
And I'm going to go back to what I said last week. If you're going to screen, once you start screening to the outside, you need to come up with tight end screen, fullback screen over the middle, tight end screen, rocket screen over the middle, something a little different. But show it off the same action. That way you have the defense running toward that action. But the defense catch up with you sooner or later when you start screening too much to the outside.
Last play, the Patriots forced a loss of a yard on the play. 3rd and 8. Looking for Oaks, and incomplete. Gattuso on the coverage as Heller was looking for Jeff Oaks.
I'll tell you what, Gattuso's 5'8", 160, have him listed. Nice coverage. He closes on that ball. Oaks might have been, could have run that maybe a little more shallow, and Gattuso would have had a tough time get there, but he did a good job once the ball was released. Gattuso did getting there.
6:09 left in the opening half, and a 4th down and 8 will force Tristan Williams onto the field to punt it away to John and Schwab for the Patriots. Williams will try to angle a kick that'll take a Cougar roll and goes out of bounds at the 30. So the Patriots will take over there with 6:01 remaining in the opening half. And Joe, we've got to send out happy birthday wishes to one of the institutions over in Freeland. Jack Paulshock will be celebrating his 150th birthday on Monday. Jack hitting the big 150, and want to congratulate Jack, whose nephew Nate Staruch used to be the quarterback here at Hazleton area. So happy birthday, Jack, coming up on Monday. Hopefully he'll have a happy Sunday as he hopes his Eagles can have a Rocky Mountain High come Sunday against the Broncos.
I told you they better bring their oxygen tank.
They may be gassed in warm-ups.
That's exactly right. I wouldn't run too many plays in warm-ups. Right side, Gattuso off to the fake. Cougars close in on him very quickly. Shut that off.
So 2nd down and 10, ball marked on the 30. See the timeouts remaining for both teams. 2 left on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard, indicated by the 2 yellow blocks under both teams' names. Clock winding down to 5:15 left in the opening half. Gattuso looking to pass, and now he's going to run with it. Gattuso trying to get to the outside is brought down after a gain of about 6 by Joseph Oliver.
Oliver did a nice job recovering and getting back to make the tackle. Here you see Oliver, bottom of the screen, gets off that tackle as Gattuso again. They ran a trips left. Gattuso saw a little room inside, but Oliver did a nice job getting off the block. What you want to force Oliver to do is to go outside, your outside shoulder, go up the field, so Gattuso would have a clear lane.
Patriots are going to take their second timeout. They trail it 13-0.
What do you see? Perhaps you're noticing the rusted fender or the dented side panel. Maybe the first thing your eye goes to is the worn interior. But look closer and you'll see something else. Value. At Harry's You Pull It, we see value in your old car, and so will others. It's the reason we offer top dollar for your car. Junker, clunker, piece of tin, your car may have many names, but at Harry's, there's only one that matters: value. Visit one of our 3 locations today in Hazleton, Pennsburg, and Allentown.
Buy it at Barber Ford. It's a cut above the rest. Buy it at Barber Ford. Honest people where the deals are the best. Now is the time. Barber Ford is the place. The best cause I hear there's no mistake. You can't buy better. You can't buy better than Barber Ford.
Barber Ford, Route 309 in Hazleton and on Route 11 in Exeter.
After the Patriot timeout, 3rd down and 4 from the Patriot 36. Patriots will be down to 1 timeout remaining. Emmett back in at quarterback, throws, and miscommunication between him and Weinstock, as it looked like Emmett thought Weinstock was going to stop. And
well, I think you're exactly right. I don't know what the call was, but Weinstock up the field on a go. Emmett threw it after about 5 yards for a stop and pick up the first. So obviously there was a little bit of a problem there with the call.
Thank you. So that'll force another punting situation for the Patriots. Cougars will get it back with 4:39 left in the half and 2 timeouts. Oaks and Zukowski standing back deep at their own 30, awaiting the punt from Schwab.
Wait for it.
Beltrami applied pressure, and this one will be taken by Zukowski from the 27. Zukowski will return it, and the ball is loose. And it'll be Hazleton area football at the 39. Want to remind you, coming up at the half, we'll get a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Berger Family Dealerships and compiled by Jim Burns. We'll give away a weekender to Chef Buzz's Hole in the Wall, formerly the Red Buzzard, and also a gift certificate to the Hollywood Diner. So stay tuned for that coming up at the half. Toss to Zukowski, cuts it back up the middle, and Zukowski gets a nice gain of about 9.
One of the things I like about Zukowski, he can plant and get it up the field right now, which he did there. We're going to see a replay. Toss, stop. Great job right there also by DeSpirito on the block, and Zukowski just took that block and cut back behind it, picked up nice yardage.
Under 4 minutes remaining in the half. Cougars up 13. 2nd and short from their 47. Heller looking to pass. Under pressure. Eludes one. Finds Oaks. Oaks inside the 35. Still on his feet before he's dragged out of bounds. Inside the 25 by John.
I'll tell you what, give credit to Heller for getting away a little bit of the rush. The reason the pass play was successful, he had time to throw it. That route went from one side of the field to the other, and Heller was able to get off the fake here. There you see it right here. He gets some pressure. makes a nice throw, stepping up in.
That pass play of 24 yards, good for a Harry Joupulit first down. Ball marked at the 23 of Pittson area. The screen to George. Eludes one tackler. George brought down at the 15. Gain of 8. Cougars inside the Grand Central red zone.
Excellent job by Heller again, dumping that ball off to George. He had a big rush. Heller did right at him. There you see him dropping it over the top. Hassan Maxwell did an excellent job in pursuit and bringing George down.
2nd and 2 from the Patriot 15. This is Zukoski. Zukoski to the end zone. Touchdown Cougars. His 3rd of the night.
Again, hard runner, Marty. Tough to bring down one-on-one, and even tougher when he has a little bit of a gap. We got that block again by Gasser. A little bit of a kick-out block. Enough to give Zukowski just the lane he needs to take it in the end zone.
Tristan Williams to try to make this a 20-point lead. Kick is up, and it is good. 2:43 left in the second quarter, and the Cougars lead it 20-0.
Why should you visit Penn State Hazleton?
Because if you come to our Penn State Day open house, there's no application fee. We have fun.
We have the Lion.
We have new scholarship money.
Students are scoring internships
all over the country. Penn State is ranked number 1
by corporate recruiters.
And this is your chance to see campus, talk to students, meet professors, and check out everything Penn State has to offer.
Penn State Hazleton.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
On the Berger family dealership scoreboard, the Cougars increased their lead to 20-0 on the 3rd rushing touchdown of the night by Zach Zukoski. Helped set up by the poise of quarterback Ryan Heller, who went 2 of 2 on that drive for 38 yards, including the 24-yard pass to Oaks on a 2nd down and 2 play.
We've seen that play a couple of times during the season. Oaks starts on the right side, comes all the way underneath. Ran it very well, and Heller got the ball there.
Gattuso is going to be brought down across the 20-yard line. George down on special teams on the tackle. So the Patriots here, Joe, 2:36 left in the half. 1 timeout remaining.
Yeah, one of the things, if you don't have anyone that can run or stretch the field, I'm talking about vertically, in other words, try to throw it 70 yards for the touchdown. Try to throw the short ball, your running game. I mean, you can't take chances, and there's a good play to start with. They have 2 timeouts. I'm sorry, they have 1 timeout plus 2:28 clock running.
That was Zach Hoffman for the gain of 5. 2nd and 5. And there you see Jesus Castillo had some strength, just reaching out with one hand and just grabbing him by the ankle to bring him down.
Yeah, he did a nice job there. I like Castillo. I think he could play at the college level somewhere.
Hoffman this time bottled up by the Cougar defense for a gain of 1. Clock continues to run 3rd down and about 3 from the 28.
Now, what you look at the clock, you need to convert here and then use your one timeout wisely. I think taking a lot of time here with the substitutions. Now you're going to have the play call, and you're going to lose 10, 15 seconds at least as the play clock runs down.
Gattuso trying to bounce it to the outside. He'll get across the 30, very close to a first down. It'll depend on the spot. And Gattuso comes up limping a little bit. Joe, I apologize.
I was going to say, I think he has the first, and there you see it. Tripped up initially. They're going to bring, and Gattuso's going to go out of the game. He's short, so we're going to have a 4th down.
And Gattuso gets to the sideline. They'll start the play clock.
There's about 15 seconds different, Marty. So they're going to have to do something.
They may be content to wind this down and take that last time out.
They can very well do that, and they're going to have about 15 seconds left on the clock when that happens. Now 16.3.
And the Patriots take their last time out down by 20. And they'll have a 4th and short coming up.
You're looking here, unless you're going to try a trick play of some sort, and don't know if I personally would be inclined to do that. You have to punt it away unless you want your punter to run around for 15 seconds. Now, one of the things I would, if I'm on defense, I'd go after the punt. You don't have a whole lot to lose here. If you commit a roughing and they get the first,
there won't be a lot of time left.
You're going to have 3-4 seconds left. So I would definitely go after the punt here. Now, they may well come out and run a play and try to knock the time off the clock, but if they line up, I mean, there's a lot of things with the punt you have to snap. I would definitely go after it.
10 men up for the Cougars. Oaks the lone man back as Schwab is lined up the punt. And gets off a low kick that takes a Patriot roll out of bounds at the Cougar 29. 8.9 seconds left. And I would guess that the Cougars will just be very simple here and may even take a knee, wind out this clock, and take that 20-point lead into the locker room.
Yeah, you don't need a mistake here and allow something to happen with 8.9 seconds left in the first half. Cougars played a fairly solid first half. Again, impressed with Heller. I thought he handled it well. Stepped up, made a nice throw to Oaks. Got the ball to Kopczynski, who made a very, very athletic play on the ball.
They will hand it off to George. George will get out across the 35 to the 37. That will wind the clock down to zeros as it is halftime from Harmon Geist Stadium. Coming up at the half, we're going to look at the Berger Family Dealership halftime stats compiled by Jim Burns. Give away a gift certificate to the Hollywood Diner. Give away a weekender to Chef Buzz's Hole in the Wall, formerly the Red Buzzard. You're watching high school football on WILN. The score at the half, Hazleton area 20, Pittson area nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
Now Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WILN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick. Here are some of this week's specials.
We are back at Harmon Guy Stadium on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. The Cougars in front 20-0. And Joe, I've got to tell you, after a game and a half, that Cougar coaching staff may not want to see Joe Flanagan on the sidelines ever again.
I've thought about that. and if we go back to him taking on the Sooner Schooner in his 4-point stance, we may not have to have him back.
He may be looking for that duck. The Pittson Area Patriot Marching Band is setting up for their halftime performance. And Joe, another stretch there where Hazleton Area did a lot of nice things in the opening half, but it might have been defensively that stand about halfway through the second quarter where Pittson Area was moving the ball, then they had a penalty and a bad snap, and then the Cougars held on 4th down.
Yeah, and we go back, Marty, to exactly what we were saying in pregame. 1 or 2 mistakes, and all of a sudden, instead of 2nd or 3rd and 2, it's 3rd and 15. Now you have to make a big play. Gattuso in that drive was instrumental in getting the ball up the field. Tried to throw a slant ball, didn't work. So the Patriots are down 20. They have the work cut out for them. They're struggling offensively, although they did show flashes when Gattuso was back at the tailback position, so to speak, in that shotgun or whatever they're calling it today. Looks like a single wing to me.
Currently on the field for their halftime performance. Let's head down and hear from the Pittston Area High School Marching Band. That was the Pittson Area High School Marching Band, taking me back to my youth as I was looking for my way to Sesame Street. An outstanding job from the Patriot Marching Band. We thank them for that. We are at the half. Unfortunately, their Pittson Area Patriots trail 20-0. We'll get a look at highlights, halftime stats, giveaways, all coming back when we return here on WYLN.
I've got 3 great deals for you. Here's a 2013 Mazda 3i Sport Sedan, just $187 a month, sign and drive. Or this 2014 Mazda 6 Skyactiv, 38 miles per gallon, $245 a month, sign and drive. Or this great 2014 Mazda CX-5 Skyactiv, just $299 a month, sign and drive.
Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Burger Mazda, just off exit 145 off ID1, Route 93, Hazleton.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754, or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
Third Base Luncheonette, still making memories after all these years.
This is a home. This is your neighbor's home. This is another home furnished by Grand Central. All these rooms in all these homes makes everybody so happy. It's so easy to do. It's your room made your way. It's local. It's Grand Central. This week at Grand Central, the price on the floor is the price to your door and not 1 cent more. No tax, no delivery, no kidding. It's now. Floor to door prices. Everybody shops Grand Central, making your house a home.
Your family's good health begins with a great team. That team is the Alliance Medical Group. We're the first healthcare provider in the greater Hazleton area to offer a fully integrated approach to family and specialized medical care. Our expanding network of more than 30 physicians and specialists are trusted by thousands for routine and complex medical treatments. For a convenient appointment at any of our 15 regional offices, simply call 501-4AMG. Alliance Medical Group. Your health, that's our specialty.
We welcome you back to live high school football on WYLN. We are live from Harmon Geist Stadium, home of the Hazleton area Cougars, and the hometown Cougars in front by a score of 20-0 here at the half. I'm Marty Burns, joined by Joe DeMelfi. Jim Burns on the stats, and we'll get a look at Jim Burns' halftime stats. But first, we're going to get a look at the first half highlights, brought to you by Service Electric Wilkes-Barre. A half that pretty much dominated by the team in red. Cougars on their second possession marched into Pittson area territory, and Kopczynski from Heller for a key first down. Capped off an 11-play, 63-yard drive. Zach Zukoski from 3 yards out made it 7-0 Cougars, drive in which Zukoski went over 1,000 yards for his career. After a Cougar penalty, Heller again to Kopczynski for 31 yards, and the Cougars once again had a 1st and 10 at the Patriot 20. Heller this time pitches to Zukoski from 4 yards out, point after no good, and Hazleton area was in front 13-0. Moving on to the second quarter, great poise by Ryan Heller, finding Oakes on a second down pass. This would gain 30 yards inside the Patriot 25-yard line, and that would set up Zach Zukoski for the third time in the night, this time from 15 yards out. Point after was good, and the Cougars would lead it by a score of 20-0. That's where we stand here at the half. The halftime highlights brought to you by Service Electric Wilkes-Barre. And while I get a chance to get a drink of the official beverage of the WYLN Sports Crew, Hazel Park Water Store Spring Water, Joe, you're going to get a chance to look at the Berger Family Dealership halftime stats, and they're compiled by Jim Burns.
Okay, Marty, the Cougars up by 20. 10 first downs for Hazleton area, 4 for Pittston. Rushing yardage, 110 for the Cougars. 85 passing yards for the Cougars, 195 total yards for Hazleton area. 67 yards rushing, 12 yards passing, 79 total yards for Pittston area. Gattuso, a lot of those rushing yards when he was in the shotgun formation. 3 penalties for the Patriots, 25 yards. 1 penalty for Hazleton area for 5 yards. See that not only are the Cougars dominating on the scoreboard, but also in the statistic area.
That was the halftime stats brought to you by Burger Family Dealerships and compiled by Jim Burns. And one of the favorite parts of the night for Coach DeMelfi, even though he's not eligible, is to give away food. And we're going to start with the Hollywood Diner. And every game you could win a gift certificate to the Hollywood Diner. Just head out there on the airport beltway and register. No purchase necessary. In the next halftime, which will be next Saturday between the Cougars and the Crestwood Comets, we might be announcing your name, just like we'll announce Joe Billig from West Hazleton. Congratulations, Joe. You've won a gift certificate to the Hollywood Diner. Head on out there and register, and you may be as lucky as Joe next week and get a gift certificate from the Hollywood Diner. We now move to Chef Buzz's Hole in the Wall, formerly the Red Buzzard. Be sure to register each week for a delicious weekender. What's a weekender, you ask? It's a pizza, antipasto, along with a dozen wings done just the way you like. And you can have a chance to win a weekender, just like Gary Williams from Freeland. Gary, congratulations. You've won a weekender from Chef Buzz's Hole in the Wall. So remember, head on out to the Hollywood Diner and or Chef Buzz's Hole in the Wall, register, and we may be calling your name, just like Joe Billig, a winner of a gift certificate to the Hollywood Diner, Gary Williams, the winner of a weekender from Chef Buzz's Hole in the Wall, and we might be calling your name next Saturday night from Crestwood as the Comets play host to the Cougars of Hazleton area. We are at the half with the score. Hazleton area 20, Pittston area nothing. Third quarter action up next.
I've got 3 great deals for you. Here's a 2013 Mazda 3i Sport Sedan, just $187 a month, sign and drive. Or this 2014 Mazda 6 Skyactiv, 38 miles per gallon, $245 a month, sign and drive. Or this great 2014 Mazda CX-5 Skyactiv, just $299 a month, sign and drive.
Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Burger Mazda, just off exit 145 off ID1, Route 93, Hazleton.
Why should you visit Penn State Hazleton?
Because if you come to our Penn State Day open house, there's no application fee. We have fun.
We have the Lion.
We have new scholarship money.
Students are scoring internships
all over the country. Penn State is ranked number 1
by corporate recruiters.
And this is your chance to see campus, talk to students, meet professors, and check out everything Penn State has to offer.
Penn State Hazleton.
Check us out at psu.edu/visit Hazleton.
Now, Hazel Park Spring Water is proud to announce that they are the official water of the WILN Sports Crew and available for home delivery through J.W. Wargo Spring Water Delivery and JoJo's Beverage. Since 1915, the Kreisel family has been serving the area with quality meats. The tradition continues today with 5 generations at Hazel Park Quality Meats, 260 Washington Avenue, West Hazleton, and Redding Specialty Meats, located at 216 East 4th Street in Berwick. Here are some of this week's specials.
What do you see? Perhaps you're noticing the rusted fender or the dented side panel. Maybe the first thing your eye goes to is the worn interior. But look closer and you'll see something else. Value. At Harry's You Pull It, we see value in your old car and so will others. It's the reason we offer top dollar for your car. Junker, clunker, piece of tin, your car may have many names, but at Harry's, there's only one that matters. Value. Visit one of our 3 locations today in Hazleton, Pennsburg, and Allentown.
We're looking for a dealer that will take the time to get to know our needs.
And hook me up with something that has some all-wheel drive and some power. Bam!
And what will you be using the car for primarily?
Cycling, snowboarding, kayaking, you know.
Gardening, antiquing, and commuting to work.
I've got just the car.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Forester 2.5i CVT for $199 a month.
The right car.
The right price.
right dealer. Fairway Subaru.
Yeah.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium. Pittston area making their way back onto the field. The Cougars soon to be making their return. Moments away from the start of the third quarter with Hazleton area in front by a score of 20-0. Get a look at some individual stats in that opening half. Kyle Gattuso, 12 carries, 49 yards for the Patriots. Hassan Maxwell, 2 carries, 11 yards. Gattuso was 1 of 3 passing for 7 yards. Emmett 1 of 4 passing for 5 yards. Weinstock receiving 1 catch, 7 yards. Schwab 1 for 5. For Hazleton area, Zach Zukowski, 12 carries, 70 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Nick George, 4 carries, 33 yards. Heller throwing the football, Joe, 7 of 9, 85 yards. Gavin Kopczynski, 2 receptions, 40 yards. Oakes, 1 for 30. Schwab has a 36-yard average punting. Tristan Williams, 34.5. Cougars ran 28 plays. The Pittston area's 23. Time of possession advantage for the Cougars, 13:23 to 10:37.
I'll tell you what, Marty, you look at Heller throwing 7 for 9. Some great key situations, and he was able to get the ball there. Very good percentage of completions, and they helped Hazleton continue their drives for touchdowns. So again, doing a nice job is Ryan Heller, quarterback for Hazleton, in managing the ball game. As you see him come on the field there.
And one of the things Pittston area will get the ball to start this second half will be the health of Kyle Gattuso, as we saw him limp off at the very ending moments of that second quarter. And he was a big part of their offense, especially that one drive marching down the field.
There we look at Heller, 7 for 9. See the yardage. I tell you what, no touchdowns, but they've led. Those completions have led to the touchdowns that Hazleton area has scored. As you see Heller warming up for this second half, which will start here in a minute or two. I think the other thing, Marty, when you look at Hazleton area, Heller as a junior, and there are a lot of seniors besides Zach Zukowski and Heller, and Gunser, the left tackle. Everybody else is a senior on offense. Can find, they're going to have some holes to fill, but if you can find some people to fill in, and you have Heller steering the boat, so to speak, be a big plus, because he's getting a lot of experience and enjoying some success with that experience this year.
And you would think, I mean, he seems very composed as a junior right now, but pay big dividends when he's a senior come next year with this action that he'll have under his belt heading into 2014.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. We keep talking about you can run reps in practice, but game experience is a big plus.
And Joe, as we sit here getting ready for third quarter action, we've sent Jim Burns over to get some more of the official beverage of the W Island Sports Crew, Hazel Park Water Store Spring Water. And are you in need of another as of yet, Coach?
I am not.
All right. But Coach will get a sample of some as we speak, as we get set for the third quarter. Mentioned Pittston area will get the ball to start the third quarter. And the Patriots in the white will be going from left to right on your screen. We thank you for joining us tonight here on WILN. I'm Marty Burns, joined by Joe DeMelfi, Jim Burns on the stats. Joe Flanagan returns to the sidelines next Saturday night from Mountaintop as the Cougars will play the Comets. Be on the air at 6:30 with the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance pregame show. Kickoff after 7. Please note that is a late change. That game was moved to Saturday night next week. And third quarter action underway as Williams' kick will be bobbled by Maxwell and picked up at the 11. Gets away from one tackler, but cannot get away from Castillo as he gets out to the 16.
Look at the Patriots starting their offense inside their own 20, Marty, down by 20. They have a full contingent of timeouts. I don't think they need to panic, but you have to have some movement, get some continuity on the offensive side of the ball. Gattuso's coming out in that pistol-type offense.
And he's going to hand it off to Maxwell. It looked like Oliver dragged him down after a short gain. And, Joe, I've read throughout the last couple days, would there be a letdown? Would there be any hangover from the big game last week? How about with 20 seconds left at Crispin Field in the second quarter, Berwick leading Selinsgrove by a score of 36-0.
Yeah, and we've talked about this, Mike. I think that Berwick is a very good football team at this point. They have a young offensive, defensive line. They're playing well.
The throw out by Gattuso out to the far sideline is complete. Flags are down. Weinstock the reception, but we'll check on the flags.
Nice throw by Gattuso. Got it to Weinstock, but we're going to see an illegal shift, and they're going to bring it back. Again, we go back to those small mistakes. Getting back to Berwick, Marty, we talked about they are playing exceptionally well right now. I don't think you can look beyond any opponent. I know the football fever is high in the town of Berwick, and the Bulldogs are playing well.
Well, they continue that performance tonight. It's really going to be high in the home of the Dogs as Emmett's pass complete to Harth. Harth very near a Patriot first down.
I'll tell you, nice catch by Hart. Emmett did an excellent job rolling out there and making that throw on the run. He put it right on the money.
Get a look at the replay brought to you by Service Electric Wilkes-Barre.
A little bit of a fake inside. Talk about Hart crossing the middle and the first down.
That was a Harry's You Pull It first down. Emmett will go under center. Looking for Gattuso, and the Cougars not fooled, led by A.J. Gasser right up the middle.
I'll tell you what, he was there again. Right now, Gasser's up the field. Went right by his blocker. You at least have to slow him down, Marty. Give your backs an opportunity. Gattuso's shown that he can run the football.
But Joe, one last thing on the Dogs. Do you think we can go with the old quote from our late great buddy Tim Thompson and ask Coach Curry if the Dogs are deep?
You can ask him.
Emmett to pass, looking for Harth, intercepted. Oakes will be brought down at the Patriot 46.
I'll tell you what, Oakes, looking at the field, and they ran some verticals here. He has time to throw it. And Oakes broke under the ball. Harth was running a vertical. Oakes breaks under it. Interception. Pittston's 46-yard line.
So the Cougars take over on the first turnover of the night. 9:38 remaining in the third, leading 20-0 on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Julius Ward will go under center for the first time tonight at quarterback. And he's going to take it himself, and he's got a lot of green. Ward down the sideline, and he's going to be brought down by John inside the 15. Good for a Harry's, you pull it. First down.
I like that competitive spirit by Ward. In the ball game, he wanted to, obviously he was a starting quarterback, and Heller's done a great job, but he gets in, he wants to make his mark. I'll tell you, it was an excellent fake here. We ran it already, but he made a great fake. Defensive end to the left of the offense came right down inside. Ward looked like he was going to be able to take it all the way.
Heller back in after the 32-yard run by Ward has the Cougars in the Grand Central red zone as the Patriots, not fooled, bring Zukowski down. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage or lost a yard. Michael Hughes led the charge.
Hughes up the field right now. Every time you look at an offensive play that has not worked, it's because defenders are up the field. Can't allow that. You have to at least stalemate on a line of scrimmage if you're an offensive lineman. Give your back a chance.
2nd and 10 from the 14. This is George. George brought down after a gain of about 3 on the play. On the tackle, Hurley Simon.
Yeah, Simon was holding on from his defensive tackle position.
Well, that's a big man to be holding on to you. 6'2", 290-pound senior.
Yeah, George didn't look like he was going to. Looked like he was stuck in place there as Simon had his jersey.
Call 3rd and 8 from the 12. The pitch to Zukowski. Zukowski to the end zone for the 4th time tonight. Touchdown, Cougars.
Same play they ran at the other end in the first half. A little bit of a fake inside. Heller is fairly deep. That was set up by a big run by Julius Ward. Here you see it. He had no pressure, so you know he's not going to run the ball. Pitched it. Zukowski downhill, touchdown.
Credit Glenn Zukowski sealing the defender off to the outside, and Zukowski cut it right behind Glenn. Zukowski for the touchdown. Bad snap. Oakes picks it up, and he's going to run with it. Throws, and incomplete, no good on the 2-point conversion. So 7:55 left in the 3rd. Cougars now lead it 26-0.
I've got 3 great deals for you. Here's a 2013 Mazda 3i Sports Sedan, just $187 a month, sign and drive. Or this 2014 Mazda 6 Sky Active, 38 miles per gallon, $245 a month, sign and drive. Or this great 2014 Mazda CX-5 Sky Active, just $299 a month, sign and drive.
Plus, we'll give you more for your trade. Burger Mazda, just off exit 145 off ID1, Route 93, Hazleton.
What you sleep on can change your life. It affects how you feel, your relationships, how you perform. Let the folks at Grand Central custom fit the right sleeping surface just for you. Get free interest for 36 months, free delivery, free removal, free bed frame, plus a free furniture gift card on Sealy Posturepedic hybrids and Optimum bedding. Be custom fit. Get lots of freebies. Everybody shops Grand Central. Shouldn't you?
After the interception by Jeff Oakes, Zach Zukowski, his 4th rushing touchdown of the night, has the Cougars in front 26-0 over Pittston area. Tristan Williams to kick it away. Gattuso and John back deep, and this will be Gattuso from the 9. He's across the 20. And Gattuso brought down by Beltrami at about the 28-yard line of Pittston area, and that's where the Patriots will start 1st and 10. Coming up at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select a Fairway Subaru player of the game.
I'll tell you, Mitch Sefcik for Hazleton area on special teams downfield along with Beltrami there making a very nice tackle.
So here come the Patriots. 1st and 10. Gattuso again out of the Wildcat, and he's going to keep it himself, trying to get to the outside. Eludes one tackler before George brings him down out across the 30-yard line.
Gattuso bouncing it outside off that pistol type offense. One of the things that Pittson area here, Marty, they definitely have to get some movement offensively and put some points on the board.
Gattuso runs a form of an option and pitches to Maxwell. Cougars hit him hard and bring him down, and a Cougar is down. One of the Cougar defenders. That looks like Zach Zukoski, but he is up and heading off.
Fake inside. Pitch to Maxwell, but good movement by that defense. Zach Zukoski, a little banged up, just takes the play off.
And he'll get checked on the sidelines, and it's like also just.
I think he's looking at his helmet also, Marty, and.
It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 30. Gattuso to pass. Throw incomplete.
It was a good throw. Weinstock went down on a knee to make the catch. It would have been close to a first down, but no dice. Pittston area with 6:53 left. 3rd quarter, down by 26, Marty. And again, stranger things are happening, but in order for Pittston to make it happen, they have to start moving that football. Stop making mistakes.
Schwab almost had it blocked. Oakes on the return eludes one tackler. And Oakes will be brought down after a short return to the 40. That's where the Cougars will start 1st and 10.
Earl Harris right there, the kicker. Once he got the punt away, the punter stepped and looked like he stepped on someone and went down, so Earl Harris had no call.
So Heller will come back out, lead the offense on a 1st and 10 from their 40. And some movement up front. This may be against Hazleton area, bringing up a 1st and 15. While we have a moment, want to thank the Third Base Luncheonette, located at the rear of Carson Street in Hazleton, next to the old Hazleton Castle. For so many years, they have provided our crew meal for our WYLN sports crew. And Joe, what do you have to say on this last Friday night in September about a third base hoagie?
Nobody beats a third base hoagie.
And I will attest, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest testimonial on television by Joe DeMelfi for the third base luncheonette, as Zukoski on 1st and 15 will get about 2 on the play. With 6.5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard, Cougars up 26-0.
Yeah, I believe that was Harth that was up the field for Pittston area, slowed Zukoski down. We're looking at 2nd and long, clock moving.
And it looks like another penalty against the Cougars.
Game is rapidly moving the wrong way, Marty. Too many mistakes, especially for a game that's the middle of the season. We're getting a little sloppy and not something you like to see if you're a coach, a position coach or a head coach on the sideline. Second and long. Let's see what Coach Drumheller decides to do, whether he decides to take a chance to put it in the air.
Oaks will come in motion. Cougars looking for the screen. Zukowski's got it. Got a couple of blocks. Zukowski being hauled down by Maxwell, but not before a big gain into Patriot territory. Good for a Harry's. You pull it. First down.
That was an interesting variation. You had the motion right here. He's underneath. Zukowski makes the catch. Almost knocked down, but did not happen. And once Zukowski got up on the outside, he picked up good yardage until Maxwell hauled him down. First down for the Cougars.
Ball marked at the Patriot 46. After that pass play, gain 22. First and 10, Cougars. This is going to be Nick George, who will get about 2 yards to the 44 before Hughes brought him down.
I think one of the things when you're behind, Marty, and especially by 3 or 4 touchdowns, as a coach on the other side, the coach that's down by 3 or 4 touchdowns, you still want to see a spark from your football team. You want them to go after people and not just give up the ship.
Zukowski bounces off one tackle, and he is going to get about 2 to the 42.
Well, I'll tell you what, Devon Biggers came in from the outside and didn't wrap his arms when he made contact. And Zukowski's the kind of back that if you don't wrap him, he's not coming down.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 6.
Just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. Cougars in the Patriot territory looking to build on a 26-0 advantage. And they'll give it to Nick George. George has the first down and more. Brought down at about the 30-yard line. Good for another. Harry's, you pull it. Cougar, first down.
Yeah, pop the A-gap right there. Quick hitter. George does an excellent job on those. And again, we see those maybe twice a half. That play, the A-gap play, quick dive to George after they've run the ball from tackle to outside the end. They stretch the defense a little bit, Marty, and that helps George pick up good yardage.
George now 7 carries, 50 yards on the night. Here's carry number 8. Loses the football, and it looks like Pittston area has recovered. Joshua John on the recovery.
I don't know if George, let's take a look at this as he goes to. Ball looked like it was knocked out of his hand at the line of scrimmage. Rolled.
I'm sorry, Joe. Looked like Zach Hoffman may have got a hand on it.
Yeah, and then it rolled down the field. So Pittston area gets a little bit of a break. There's 3:18 left, third quarter. Still time to move the football and put some points on the board.
Emmett will return at quarterback and go under center. He'll give to Gattuso. Gasser will bring him down, not before Gattuso gets across the 25. A late flag has been thrown. And I thought I heard on their guy, meaning on the Patriots. I wonder if we're going to have a personal foul after the play.
Good job, Gas.
Earl Harris is going to make the call.
Harris quickly changed it, pointed the wrong way. And
hey, everybody
move the
makes
Patriots
mistakes.
Back.
Did a good job of recovering.
If anybody's listened to me for the last however many years, my broadcasts are filled with them.
Oh, I'd rather not even get into that.
So it'll remain first down. It'll be back at the 14-yard line, so a 1st and 19 for the Patriots. Emmett will go out of the gun. He's looking left. Throws down the sideline and looking for Schwab. Incomplete. Flags are down. Held was on the coverage, and we'll see if they'll get the defensive pass interference on the play.
Yeah, I think what Noah held maybe right at the line of scrimmage because the side judge threw it. As you see Emmett right here make the throw.
That replay brought to you by Service Electric Wilkes-Barre. We'll hear from Earl Harris. And a hold.
Called early in the route. Noah held. And because of the way the official threw that flag, you could see it was earlier in the route.
And I'm assuming no pun intended?
Well, you're just talking about you're having hard enough time. I have a hard enough time.
That last down was second, so it'll remain second down as Gattuso will get the carry. Gattuso trying to get to the outside.
He does a great job of bouncing it outside, and he has some speed, and he can make you miss out there. As we have a little activity now. Both teams. Once you get a team that's behind, Marty, frustration sets in, and best to get the people that are after each other out of the ball game just to talk to them and calm them down so there's no unnecessary penalties.
Going to have a 3rd down and 4 coming up from the just shy of the 29. Emmett rolls right, throws complete to Weinstock, and I believe he's got the first down.
Nice throw, nice catch by Weinstock. Good throw by Emmett. Move to change. That's the kind of ball you like to see. Look, intermediate. If you want to throw it up the field, that's fine. But you need that 8 to 10 yard pass to keep your offense moving. There you see the throw by Emmett, and Weinstock with the catch, bringing it in, picking up the first.
Patriots so far tonight on 3rd down, getting their first conversion. They were previously 0 for 7. As Emmett rolls left. After the Harry's You Pull It first down, he'll be brought down as he gets across the 35 to about the 38. Zeb Kopczynski on the tackle.
Yeah, Zeb Kopczynski did an excellent job of recovering once Emmett got outside. Showed some speed. We're looking at 37 seconds. Pittston's going to have a chance to run another play here in the 3rd quarter.
Play action. Emmett down the middle of the field, complete to Maxwell. Maxwell into Cougar territory, brought down at the 43-yard line of Hazleton area. Good for a Harry's You Pull It first down.
Now they ran a vertical there, but they ran it with the running back, Marty, out of the backfield. Tough to pick up. Linebacker, here you see it right there. Maxwell sneaks between the guard and the tackle, beyond the linebackers in front of the secondary, and a nice throw by Emmett.
And Maxwell's still down. And hopefully just a cramp the way they're stretching out his leg. So an official timeout as they'll attend to Hassan Maxwell. And we'll see if this is the play that gets this Pittson area offense going here.
Emmett's done a nice job getting the ball there, the throw to Weinstock and also the catch by Weinstock. And that was a nice throw. As well as the catch by Hassan Maxwell.
Maxwell did leave under his own power. So the Patriots with a first down and 10, ball marked, call it the 42 of Hazleton area. Gaiman Berwick has gone to the third with the Dogs still in front 36-0. As Emmett rolls right, throws, almost intercepted by Oakes.
Made that throw. Weinstock ran an out. The ball was a little underthrown, and Oakes almost picked it off with 7.3 seconds left on the Berger family dealership scoreboard.
Joe, you keep getting all aspects of this broadcast. I'm going to take a few weeks off. Prop my feet up and watch you go.
Where would I go? That's the question.
Gattuso on second down. Gets it to the outside, and I believe that was Oakes again forcing him out of bounds after a gain of about 5, stopping the clock with 0.7 seconds left.
Yeah, we've seen Gattuso do it right here. And again, up front, just stalemate. Stalemate, that's all you want. Your back will do the rest, and Gattuso picked up several yards as the third quarter is soon to be over.
It is stopped as Gattuso was forced out of bounds. So a third down and 6 from the Cougar 38. I would think 2-down territory here for the Patriots as Emmett to pass has Schwab complete down the sideline, pushed out of bounds inside the 10. Good for a Harry's. You pull it. First down.
Schwab in the wide receiver position. Stretched it from sideline to sideline. Nice route. Took it right to the sideline. Emmett makes a good throw.
It'll be first and goal Patriots when we come back. We're through 3 quarters. The score, Hazleton area 26, Pittston area nothing. Fourth quarter action coming up next.
We're looking for a dealer that will take the time to get to know our needs.
And hook me up with something that has some all-wheel drive and some power. Bam!
And what will you be using the car for primarily?
Cycling, snowboarding, kayaking, you know.
Gardening, antiquing, and commuting to work.
I've got just the car.
Lease a 2014 Subaru Forester 2.5i CVT for $199 a month.
The right car.
The right price.
The right dealer. Fairway Subaru.
Yeah.
Schumacher Engineering Incorporated, providing diversified consulting engineering services throughout the Northeast for over 30 years. Call 455-9407 for Schumacher Engineering Incorporated.
We welcome you back to Harmon Guy Stadium, and just as we return, Hazleton area took a timeout. Looked like there was some confusion in their substitution patterns as the Patriots will have a first and goal from the 7 as the Patriots once again in the Grand Central red zone to start this fourth quarter as the Patriots look to get on the board, get something going to start this fourth quarter, trailing by a score of 26-0.
I like their passing game. They ran some routes there that were, Schwab ran a great route. He went wide, ran away from the cornerback, and got under Oaks. Oaks, it was a little bit too deep, and Emmett put the ball right there as the Hazleton defense now takes the field, get ready to go here in the fourth quarter.
That pass play you talked about covered 31 yards and set up this 1st and goal from the Cougar 7. And Emmett will go out of the gun. This is Weinstock in motion. They'll fake it to him. Go to Gattuso. And incomplete. Not sure Held was in the coverage. Don't know if he got a hand on it or not.
Well, I'll tell you what he did. He had good enough coverage, caused lack of having a free shot at the ball. So Held did a nice job there. Ball came out. Looked like maybe it was going to be completion there for a second, but there was enough of a coverage by Held to knock that ball away. So we're looking at 2nd and goal.
Some confusion for Hazleton area defensively. Emmett's going to be brought down for a loss. Zeb Kopczynski blew the whole play up.
I'll tell you what, Seth Kopczynski up the field. We talk about this all the time, right there. I mean, that's the kind of, if you're going to run that play or try to run it, you have to make a block. Stalemate, anything at the line of scrimmage to give your running back a chance. Nothing there. Don't even know if I think about faking it. Just go ahead and run it straight up.
Loss of 3 on the play, making it 3rd and goal, back to the 10. Emmett will go under center. Play action. Throws to Gattuso. Spins. Touchdown, Patriots.
Nice job. Good fake by. A little bit of a fake. Keep everybody in. Gattuso flat. Emmett got the ball there. Nobody on coverage. Gattuso did a nice job taking to the end zone. Patriots come up with 6.
The senior Jordan Consagra on for the point after. Left-footed kicker. Schwab to hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 11:04 left in the fourth quarter. The Patriots are on the board. They trail it 26-7.
Tri-County Business Machines has been serving the Hazleton area with office supplies and furniture for over 35 years. We are your local Kyocera dealer for all your digital Kyocera copiers, printers, and faxes. For exceptional reliability, sales, and service, the call to make is to Tri-County Business Machines. Tri-County Business Machines, keeping your office up to speed. Tri-County Business Machines, located at 117 East Broad Street, Hazleton. Phone 459-0754 or visit us on the web at tricountybm.com.
Tennyson's Incorporated Machine Shop in Hazleton and Whitehaven. They specialize in automotive, industrial, and small engine parts. If you want reliability and quality, go to Tennyson's. Call them at 570-455-7761 or in Whitehaven, 570-443-9513.
We welcome you back to Harmon Geist Stadium. The Patriots cap an 11-play, 77-yard drive that took 4:14 off the clock. Senior quarterback James Emmett, 4 of 6 on the drive for 66 yards, and the touchdown to Kyle Gattuso out of the backfield to make it 26-7.
Now, if you're the Patriot defense, you're working for that turnover. Start tackling the ball. I mean, you need to go after it. Maybe take some chances. You have 11 minutes left in the ball game.
Consagra kicks it deep, and it'll go into the end zone for the touchback. So the Cougars will take over. 1st and 10 from their 20, 56 seconds into the fourth, and leading 26-7. Coming up at the end of tonight's game, Joe and I will select a Fairway Subaru player of the game. Going to get a look at those stats from the third quarter. Cougars outrushed the Patriots 71-20. Patriots outpassed the Cougars 72-22. 1 yard advantage in total yards for the Cougars as the Patriots ran 5 more plays in that third quarter than Hazleton area. And here on first down, Zukoski with a gain of about 7 on first down to the 27.
One of the things, Marty, if you're going to get that ball back, you cannot let Hazleton area now start a sustained drive on the ground. You need to, as I said before, take a chance, send the linebacker, corner blitz, anything like that to try to disrupt the offense. You let them use the clock here. And, you know, sometimes it's as hard to manage the clock as a quarterback when you're ahead by a lot than it is when you're behind by a lot.
First man through, Nick George with the carry out across the 30. Good for a Harry Zhu pull-it. First down.
Move the chains. Earl Harris will start the game clock once chains are set.
Toss to Zukowski, cuts it back, and Zukowski is going to get about 3 yards to the 35.
We've mentioned this before. I think Hazleton running game is much better when they're able to get the ball between tackle to tackle and maybe end to end. Get the ball up inside. They run it north-south very well. Now you have to run the ball the outside, Marty, to stretch the defense a little bit, but with their offensive line being as effective they've been the last 2 games,
Zukowski, another carry. Another gain of about 3.
Left side again, using the clock, down to 9 minutes. Pittson has a full complement of timeouts left, 3 of them.
And I would think that if the Patriots have any hopes of coming back in this game, this is a must third down stop.
Yeah, you have to make a stop here. You're right, Marty. If you don't make the stop here, you're going to lose another 2 minutes, maybe more off that clock.
And the Patriots will hold as they'll keep George to a gain of about 1 or 2. 4th and short coming up.
Excellent job. Maxwell is there along with Simon again. Good job by that front, that Pittston area defensive front there. Shut down the dive play.
That previous carry, Zach Zukowski carried for the 19th time at exactly 100 yards and 4 touchdowns. Also tonight went over the 1,000-yard mark for his career. Zach Zukowski, only a junior. And the Cougars are lined up to punt it away. And Hazleton area takes a timeout, leading 26-7. We'll keep it here as Hazleton area saw something from Pittston area. They only had 1 guy back deep, and I don't know if they thought that they didn't like the protection that they had, or they didn't have enough guys on the field. That could be another reason not to like your protection.
They didn't have enough men. They had 10 guys on the field, and I'll tell you what, at this juncture, 7:45 left, and I saw Coach Drumheller and Coach Williams looking up. One of the things you tell your special teams guy, you have to stay in the game. Don't fall asleep. You need to stay in the game so you know when to be on the field.
And I'm sure that was not a statement from personal experience, Coach.
It was phrased a little differently.
Bad snap, and Williams is tripped up, and Pittston area will get a big break on special teams, have the ball inside the Cougar 30.
Like I said, Marty, you get a good rush. Anything can happen on the punt. A bad snap there, a little bit to the left. Now, Williams looked like he could field that, but he lost the handle.
Harth came up and brought him down. The Patriots down 26-7, have a 1st and 10 at the Cougar 28-yard line. And if they can score quickly here, this could be a whole new ball game.
Let's see what they have in store with Emmett.
Emmett is under pressure. He's going to be sacked, the duo of Oliver and Gasser. Bring him down.
I'll tell you what, they had a two-man route. They ran a stretch route to the right. They ran a stretch route to the left. I think they had Weinstock to the right. That's who Emmett looked for. Nothing there. They had no check down route. And, you can't stand there back there holding the ball against the Hazleton defensive front. They're up the field.
Loss of 4 on the play. Play action. Emmett rolling. Looking, throwing to the left to Weinstock. Tipped away by Held at the last moment. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Held did an excellent job there coming under. They got, we're going to have a cramp right here. A little bit of a fake off a waggle type look. Takes him away from pressure, him being Emmett. And then he made a nice throw downfield. Noah Held did an excellent job coming under and tipping that away. As we have, I think, another cramp on the field, 6:50 left.
If I caught it, I believe that's Zeb Kopczynski that's down for Hazleton area. And as you said, from the way they're stretching out his leg, hopefully just a cramp. Kopczynski will jog off the field after being attended to. We'll have a 3rd down and 14 coming up from the Cougar 32.
Big 3rd down play.
Coming up at the end of tonight's game, we'll have a Fairway Subaru player of the game. Emmett down the sideline, incomplete, knocking it away for Hazleton area. E.J. McCallum on the coverage.
And I think that was Harth down the field. He looked like he had a shot at that ball. Couldn't hold on to it. 4th down, 6:44 left. I don't think there's any doubt that you go ahead and run that play, see if you can come up with the 1st down. What about Gattuso in the flat? Touchdown last time. Coverage was zone. Nobody on Gattuso. And we might see it.
Maxwell's on the field. They could get a vertical down the middle. Emmett to the end zone. Tipped away, incomplete, and the Cougar defense will hold.
I believe that was Nick George. Tipped it away. See, I'll be very honest with you. They kept Gattuso in the block. Run him on a little flare. They had 4 routes down the field. Nobody underneath.
And the product might have been that opening play of that drive when Hazleton area got the pressure from Oliver and Gasser for the 4-yard loss.
Exactly right. Put them in a little bit of a hole. Now they have to make that up. Tough to do.
Benet looked a little shaken up, or maybe a helmet problem, and he's being forced to head to the sideline to get that repaired. As Yudi Gomez will check in, replacing Benet on that offensive line. So 6:37 left. Cougars hoping to get a couple 1st downs, take them some time off this clock. And a great start, Zach Zukowski. Gain of about 8 to the 40.
Again, right side, they have the fullback. They tried to get the pulling lineman from the back side. Didn't quite get up in there, but they picked up good yardage. Hazleton area. As we have another, looks like.
This time it's A.J. Gasser, and he's looking at his helmet as well.
Equipment man's keeping busy tonight.
looking at some of the spare helmets on that bench when I was down on the field pregame. I didn't know if they were good to take, but I guess not. They're needing them tonight as Zukowski pulls his way near midfield. Good for another. Harries, you pull it. First down.
Short dive play, right side, right there you see it. Good blocking down. I tell you what, I can't say enough about the Hazleton offensive line. Excellent job blocking. Despirito again coming down inside, walling off. You know, you tell your offensive line late in the game when you're ahead, it's your game now. Grind it out. And the Cougars' offensive line taking it to heart, doing a nice job so far.
And again, Zukowski the carry. Up the middle. Zukowski switches hands nicely and appears to have another. Harries, you pull it. Cougar, first down.
Yeah, Rich Weinstock from his linebacker position comes in late right there to make the tackle.
And you had talked about before that last play. Pretty much Coach Drumheller said that last week. He told his offensive line, this is your game, and I'm sure echoed that again this week. And for these 1 and almost 2 games played, this offensive line has taken it to heart and have played very well.
I'm going to tell you what, Marty, if the offensive line does not play well, offensively, you're in trouble. Let's face facts. I don't care if you have the greatest running back or you still have to give that person, the wide receiver, the quarterback, the running back, the time to make a move. Let them do what they do best. And if you can't even get a stalemate up front, like I said before, you're in trouble.
And they're having that dilemma up in New Jersey as no matter what level you talk about, if the Giants can't keep Eli Manning standing up straight, you'll have games like you had this past Sunday where they just struggle terribly on offense.
I think that's a good example right there. I mean, you have to be able to block for the guy. Now, he's a great quarterback, but if you don't block for him.
George will take it to the far sideline, has a first down and more before he's tripped up inside the 25 to the 24. Good for Harries. You pull it. First down.
Yeah, got the ball to the corner. Was able to turn it up the field. There you see the handoff and was tripped up. George with the good gain on that outside play.
George now 12 carries, 79 yards on the night. Flag is down. Wonder if Hazleton area might have had 2 men in motion at the same time as it was thrown by referee Earl Harris. That'll move Hazleton area back 5 yards. Mentioned next Saturday night. Note the change in schedule. Be on the air beginning at 6:30 with the Greater Hazleton Health Alliance pregame show. Kickoff after 7. Hazleton area traveling to Mountaintop to take on the Crestwood Comets. First look this year at Crestwood. So join us next Saturday night right here on WYLN for the high school football game of the week. Cougars and Comets next Saturday right here on WYLN. Zukowski. The gain out to the 26. Bring up second down and about 12.
Right side.
And Joe, with those running games, the way Crestwood's been running the ball as of late and the way Hazleton area has shown to run the ball these last 2 weeks, that game may go about an hour.
Yeah, I mean, you got to use the pass, I think, to balance it out. But you're right, Marty. Both of those teams rushing well right now.
And hit in the middle by Maxwell after a short gain, bringing down George.
Good tackle by Maxwell. Wrapped his arms and brought George down. Right there, you see it.
That replay, as all replays tonight, brought to you by Service Electric in Wilkes-Barre.
As we go under 2 minutes, Marty, it looks like the Cougars are going to go to 2 and 3.
Winners of 2 in a row, getting ready to head out on a 3-game road stretch. Toss play to George, and he stays on his feet, and football is loose. They'll rule him down at the 20.
I'll tell you what, Eric Scatina was up the field for Pittston area. Wrapped, slowed the ball carrier down so that the tackle could be made, as we're looking at 4th down here as the clock continues running with 1:15 left in the ball game.
Cougars have taken over 5 minutes off the clock. They got it back with 6:37 left. Even if they turn it over on downs, they'll take almost 6 minutes off the clock, as they have entered the Grand Central Red Zone again tonight. Zach Zukowski will get one more carry. The Patriots will bring him down. Schwab led the attack defensively.
Mike Schwab did a good job of recognizing that run outside, up very quickly to make the tackle with 46.5 seconds left. And as I said, Marty, Cougars have to feel pretty good about themselves at this point. They dropped, they were 0-3. They've bounced back, will be 2-3. Coach Barrett's going to have his work cut out for him this week. He's 1-4.
They'll return home next Friday night, welcoming the Mountaineers of Dallas. Timeout taken by Pittston area. And I wonder if this is a situation, maybe Coach Barrett maybe getting some new players in and just making sure everybody's lined up correctly. And I know, you're going to look at the stats and you're going to look at the strong running game in the last 2 weeks of this Cougar offense. This Cougar defense has been strong in these 2 games as well.
There's no doubt. They've played very well. We've talked about getting men up the field. The linebackers do well getting to the ball. But again, I'm going to mention that I think Ryan Heller has done an excellent job of managing. We saw Julius Ward with one play with the fake and come up the sideline for some big yardage. I thought Heller was 7 for 9 in the first half. Really did an excellent job.
Yudi Gomez comes through and brings the tackle for the loss on Zach Erfman. Under half a minute remaining on the Berger Family Dealership scoreboard. That's all that separates Hazleton area from being 2-3 at the halfway point of the 2013 season.
Gomez in the game comes up with a big play right off.
Erfman will get another carry as he took the handoff. And time will wind down. This game is final. Hazleton area winners of 2 in a row win it tonight by a score of 26-7 over Pittston area. Cougars will be back on our airwaves next Saturday night against Crestwood in Mountaintop. Patriots drop to 1-4. They'll head home to take on the Dallas Mountaineers next Friday night. We want to preface Zach Zukowski, a big night, over 100 yards running, 4 touchdowns, but he was our Fairway Subaru player of the game last week. We thought only fair to spread the wealth, and we went with the junior quarterback. 2 for 2 in home starts and home victories. Ryan Heller, our Fairway Subaru player of the game, 8 of 10 tonight, 107 yards. Didn't make mistakes when he needed to, made some big pass plays to Gavin Kopczynski and Jeff Oakes. Ryan Heller, our Fairway Subaru player of the game.
I thought he did an excellent job. And again, first half he was 7 for 9. That's a very strong percentage throwing the ball. Also a testament to your offensive line. We've talked about that offensive line for the Cougars doing an excellent job. Ryan Heller's on a streak here. He has 2 wins in a row. 2 and 3 for the Cougars, and they have Crestwood down the road.
And we want to give credit. As we mentioned, he was our player of the game last week, so we didn't want to go 2 weeks in a row. Zach Zukoski, 24 carries, 129 yards, 4 touchdowns to lead the way for the Cougars, and we'll be looking at those coming up in the post-game recap. But congratulations to him, and Ryan Heller doing a great job in these last 2 victories running this Hazleton area offense. And it is now time for the Service Electric Wilkes-Barre post-game recap. We'll start in that opening quarter. A big play from Heller, our player of the game, to Gavin Kopczynski for a key first down to the 15. That set up Zach Zukoski from 3 yards out. On this drive, he went over 1,000 yards for his career. Cougars led it 7-0. Then, after a penalty from the 46, Heller to Kopczynski, down to the 20, a gain of 31, and it set up who else? Zach Zukoski. This time from 4 yards out, point after no good, and it was 13-0 Cougars. Move to the second quarter. Look at the poise of Ryan Heller, stepping away from pressure, finding Jeff Oakes. This pass play would gain 30 yards and have the Cougars inside the Patriot 25, setting up Zukoski again, his 3rd rushing touchdown, this one from 15 yards out, and at the half, the Cougars led it 20-0. In the third quarter, the first turnover of the night, Oakes with the interception as Emmett was looking for his tight end Harth, and the Cougars would take over from the Patriot 46. Very first offensive play, Julius Ward would go 32 yards on the quarterback end around, and that would have the Cougars at the Patriot 14. Heller would pitch to Zukoski. This from 12 yards out, his 4th rushing touchdown. Point after no good. Cougars led it 26-0. Emmett, last play of the third quarter, would find his receiver Michael Schwab. That 31-yard play would get the Patriots inside the 10. And from 10 yards out, Emmett to Gattuso. Spins into the end zone. Point after good. That made the score 26-7. That has been the Service Electric Wilkes-Barre post-game recap. The final, Hazleton area 26, Pittston area 7, as you look at the score by quarters. And Pittston area scoring that 7 in the beginning portions of that fourth quarter. And Hazleton area makes it 2 in a row as they go to 2-3 on the season and win it 26-7. Coach DeMelfi, your final thoughts before we say goodnight.
I think that we talked about this before. Hazleton's offensive line doing a nice job. Heller, excellent job managing. They're getting good running from Zukowski, George. I think right now we've seen them several times. They have definitely improved in all aspects. They look like they're doing a nice job. They're going to be a good football team. Be a good test for them next week at Crestwood.
They're going to head on the road to Mountaintop, looking to make it 3 in a row. We are going to say goodnight from Harmon Geist Stadium. For our director, Barry Jayas, for stats by Jim Burns, for Joe DeMelfi, I'm Marty Burns saying so long. Once again, the final score, Hazleton area 26, Pittston area 7. Note the change in schedule. We'll see you next Saturday night from Mountaintop, beginning with the Greater Hazleton Elf Alliance pregame show at 6:30. Kickoff after 7. Hazleton area looks to make it 3 in a row as they'll travel to take on the Crestwood Comets next Saturday night, the high school football game of the week here on WYLN. This has been a WYLN Sports Special presentation. Good night from Hazleton.